Welcome to the From the Other Side live show podcast. The live show will begin in 2 minutes. Grab a snack and a drink and sit down to watch another one of our great live shows. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share the live show video link. Enjoy the show. The live show will begin in 1 minute. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share the live show video link.
Please like and leave a comment, and share this video.
Sorry about that, everybody. That was a little microphone problem. Welcome to Live Show 101, False Flags, PsyOps. The world is a stage. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Live Show 101, streaming to you from the beautiful city of Minsk, Belarus. I'm your host, Dave, and tonight I'm joined with a special co-host. Welcome back, Michael, a US citizen who's proudly called Belarus his home. Tonight we're delving into the shadowy world of false flags and PsyOps, tactics used to manipulate perceptions, justify wars, and influence global events. These strategies have been at play throughout history, but recent events in the USA demand our attention. We'll explore the latest so-called terror attacks in New Orleans and Las Vegas, cities with a personal connection for me as I lived in Vegas back in 2006 and 2007. These incidents, linked not only to each other but also to an earlier attack in Florida, have raised serious questions. Even more intriguingly, they share connections to a US military base in California.
Carolina. The other side.
The other side. That was the wrong side of the US. And are these events part of a... Oh, that's true, yeah. Are these larger web of PsyOps or false flags? That's what we're here to discuss. It's just after 8:10 in Minsk, 5 p.m. in London, 12 noon in New York, and 4 a.m. in Sydney. Wherever you're watching from, thank you for tuning in. Before we dive in, a quick reminder, hit that thumbs up to show your support. Share this video link with friends and family. It's a discussion everyone should hear. Drop your thoughts in the chat and let us know where you're watching from. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Join the growing community of 1,400 strong on Rumble and 2,700 on YouTube. Now, speaking of YouTube, we may touch on topics that platform isn't exactly fond of. And if that happens, we'll let you know and provide a link to the Rumble stream in the YouTube chat so you don't miss the moment. So let's get on with the show. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Well, I'm pretty excited. I'm here on the show, and I said the thing. I said the other side. It was unintentional, but I said the thing.
That's it.
I did the thing where you say the name of the show on the show.
Yeah. By accident. Okay, cool. That was a bit of a false start there after being away for a week or so. Yeah, there you go. That happens.
Well, it's that sickness that's going around.
Yeah, there's a lot of people got the flu. People I know in England's got it. People here have got it. People that's got it.
Yeah, they told me it's all over Moscow too. So.
Yeah, I had it during the last 3 days. Just getting over that. So here we are, back to normal. So let's get into it. False flags. Any thoughts at the moment?
Well, here's where the stuff starts to get fun. If you look at a lot of major events that have happened in America, well, not just America, but things involving America for how many years now?
I've got a list of all of them. We'll come up with.
It just seems like I think if you really want to go back all the way, I think the first big thing is when America decided we're not going to be an isolationist country anymore, and now we're going to start taking income taxes for the war, and it just never stopped once they figured out how much money they can get. I'm sure for most people watching this show that's all basic history, but I think a lot of people forget that America used to basically be free to live in. And then after that, after they started taking taxes and then letting women vote and then changing them into feminists and the alcohol prohibition, and I don't know, things just really went off the rails for us at some point, and it just never came back.
Yeah. Well, I'll just give some historical context of false flags and PsyOps. A false flag operation is typically defined as an action where a government or organization attributes an event to another entity, usually to manipulate public opinion or justify specific actions. Historical examples like the Gulf of Tonkin incident in 1964 and such operations to influence international policy. So I was going through having a look at this, and let's have a look. I've got a list here of false flags.
Well, and it's not just with that though. You think false flags are only these terrorist attacks and things like that. Belarus doesn't do daylight savings time. I saw that Australia does, but yours is all fucking weird. Like it changes in like half-hour increments and
it's different in different states.
Right. Well, in America, they were thinking about stopping doing it because obviously it doesn't really make sense anymore. I don't think it made sense in the first place. Why does the time on the clock affect when you wake up and go to bed? I mean,
it was originally for farming, wasn't it?
Right. But if it's for farming, then I don't know. Why don't you just farm when the sun is up? Why does it matter what the clock says?
Well, where I'm from, because we're close to the equator, we didn't have daylight saving in Australia up there, up the north.
Well, for us, we were considering getting rid of it, and then I think there was like 1 or 2 incidents where kids were getting off the school bus and it was too dark outside and somebody hit some kids with a car. So then they used that as a reason to not let them keep it like that, and so then they brought the daylight savings time back. Or how many times do you hear in America you used to be able to drive a car with a open can of beer? As long as you weren't drunk over the limit, you could still drive your car while you're drinking a beer. Have you ever watched those old interviews? There's like some redneck lady that's like, they're taking away our right to drink while we drive our car, and next thing you know, it's going to be communist America. And then some guy, he got off of work and he's like, well, yeah, I want to drink a beer in my car on the way home. Like, I just got off of work. I got to start drinking. And so then you see people are responsible, and you have all of these normal things that happen. And so then they have to show you all of these awful, awful things in order to get you to do stuff that doesn't make any fucking sense. So now we've got this guy that's self-driving a Tesla Cybertruck after he's already been shot in the head, and then he gets blown the fuck up. And then you've got people that are repeatedly driving cars into these Christmas markets and New Year celebrations, and of course they're not going to tell you that they're Muslim, but you hear rumors about how they have ISIS flags and all this other stuff, and you know, it's just coincidentally happens to be the people that Israel doesn't like. So what are they trying to get you to do? Well, I think it's pretty obvious that they're trying to get you to fight their battles for them. They're trying to make money off of you somehow. We just saw that Ukraine shut off the gas to Europe from Russia. Do you really think that that's because Ukraine and Europe don't want Russia's gas? No, they need it. But Europe isn't doing what Ukraine wants, so then they pretend like they're taking the high road. Now you're holding all of the energy prices in Europe hostage until they get to be part of NATO. And so you just see people are constantly strong-arming each other into all this random bullshit. And I don't know, I think this big wave right now is just a big wave of confusion to fuck everybody up, and now you don't know what's happening.
I'd also expect they're going to try and do some sort of false flags so they can attack Iran.
And
they really want to attack Iran.
I don't understand why. Like,
because Israel wants to attack Iran.
But why? I don't get it. It seems to me like they're not very developed. They don't have very many resources. I mean, they have oil and stuff, yeah, but I mean, what else is there? Like, they don't have like a huge military. They don't even have that many people.
60 odd million.
It's really not that many.
Well, compared to Israel.
Oh, well. But, I mean, that is because Israel is just a bunch of Hebrews stuck into a place the size of what? Fucking Connecticut?
Yeah.
So.
Well, they shouldn't probably be. Well, shouldn't say that, I suppose.
Yeah, you gotta be careful on that.
Gotta be careful.
YouTube Live.
Yes. But as you can see the list up here, I've got Operation Ajax. Did you hear about that one? 1953. The CIA and British MI6 staged bombings in Iran to destabilize the government, leading to his overthrow.
I did not know about that one.
Lavon Affair, 1954. Israeli agents plant bombs in Egyptian, American and British-owned targets in Egypt and blamed that on the Muslim Brotherhood and the Egyptian communists.
I didn't know that, but that does sound like something they would do.
Yes. Gleiwitz Incident, 1939. Nazi forces staged an attack on a German radio station dressed as Polish soldiers to justify the invasion of Poland.
I didn't know that one at all.
The Manila Incident, 1939. Soviet forces shelled their village and blamed Finland to start a winter war. Operation Northwoods, which we've heard about this one, in 1962, proposed by the US Department of Defense. This plan included staging terrorist attacks in the US cities to be blamed on Cuba, and one of them was to hijack planes and blow them up with the people.
Oh, fantastic.
Operation Himmler, 1939-1940, a series of stage attacks by Nazi Germany against its own territory to justify the invasion of Poland. And here we've got some suspected one, or alleged false flags. USS Maine explosion, 1898. There you go. Some historians speculate this incident, which led to the Spanish-American War, might have been a false flag. The Reichstag fire, 1933, while officially blamed on a Dutch communist, there are theories suggesting Nazi involvement to justify suppression of opposition. What we've discussed before, or mentioned before, the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which is Vietnam, of course. 1964, the second attack was likely exaggerated or fabricated to escalate US involvement in Vietnam. Do you know the guy who was running the captain? He's Jim Morrison's father from The Doors.
No shit.
Yeah. Obviously, the 9/11 attacks, 2001, conspiracy theories abound suggesting US government involvement. Sandy Hook shooting, 2012.
That's our boy Alex Jones on that one.
Yeah, well, this is conspiracy theorists claim that was staged to push gun control. The Boston Marathon bombing, 2013. Some conspiracy narratives suggest this was a government operation to justify increased surveillance.
The thing with that one, though, is they did definitely split that guy's head open on live TV with ammunition. So that was the one that they chased him down into that boat.
Yeah, the boat. Yeah.
So,
Las Vegas shooting in 2017. Speculation about multiple shooters and government involvement exists. And the recent incidents, which is the New Orleans truck attack and the Las Vegas cyber truck bomb, which we'll talk about, and the assassination attempt on Trump has been subject to speculation due to allegations and connections to Fort Bragg and psychological operations.
I know everybody's talking about Fort Bragg, but I think a big thing that everybody sees that's obviously in common, you have a lot of Army veterans. They're all Army veterans. And do you remember that one guy, was it Dallas? Or it was that black guy that was obviously well trained, that was running around with a rifle and killed all those police officers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was Dallas, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Or you have the opposite end of the scale where you had that Fort Hood shooting where it was what was he? He was Muslim, right?
Yep.
I don't remember where he was originally from.
No, but he's Muslim.
But he was an officer, and he was Muslim. I don't remember what country he was tied to, but yeah, he went on Fort Hood and started shooting the fuck out of everybody, and that was after they had taken away all the guns on bases. So the weird thing that a lot of people don't know, on the Army base, actually, that's where you have like the least number of guns on somebody's person, because after all that, well, before that shit and after all that, the only people that are allowed to have guns on Army bases and stuff in America are the MPs, and like while you're doing a training exercise, and I don't know, it's like you're literally a sitting duck. It's you don't really have any protection when you're on an Army base. I'd say that's probably the easiest way to like, if you wanted to shoot somebody and make sure you don't get shot back, just go to an Army base. That's it's terrible. I don't understand how you trust all these people. You give them these jobs, and then they're not even allowed to have protection for themselves. Like, what if something happens? Well, I'll tell you what happens. You have to fill out all this fucking paperwork to request to have ammunition sent to you, and then you have to have all your guys go run down to where you got all the guns locked up. Then you gotta go grab them and go back, and now you gotta load up all these magazines because everything's fucking empty. And then now you're ready to go, like fucking 3 hours later. So I don't know. I thought it was bullshit. Because when I was in Korea, I can't tell you how many times the sirens went off for the missile alarm, and we would start to get ready, and then they would call it off before we were even finished, like, getting ready, because it would take so fucking long. It would take hours. I don't understand it at all. I thought we were supposed to have a much faster response time than that. They would always brag about it. And then when we actually did it in practice, fuck no, it'd take forever. It's because there's too many fucking rules.
Yeah.
You know how difficult it is to even drive around one of those Humvees? How much fucking paperwork you got to do for that?
Really?
Oh, yeah. You got to make your commander has to make a fucking dispatch request, and then you got to have the commander for that company talk to the company at the motor pool, and then they got to send the dispatch down, and then they got to have somebody come out, and then half the time when you go out there, that Humvee doesn't even fucking start because it hasn't been driven for like 6 months.
So, do you know about Fort Bragg in North Carolina? So it's the home of the U.S. Army's 8th Psychological Operations Group, POG.
But I will say, it's not called Fort Bragg anymore. It's formerly known as Fort Bragg.
And why did they change it?
Because Bragg was a Confederate.
Oh, right.
It was racist.
So they changed this, haven't they?
It was racist.
So it was racist. So, which includes the 1st, 5th, and 8th and 9th Psychological Operations Battalions. This base has been pivotal in deploying psychological warfare strategies.
It is Fort Liberty. Isn't that ironic?
Fort Liberty.
Using Fort Liberty to train all of the
PsyOp
divisions.
Have you seen the video from them?
No, I haven't.
Hey, watch this.
As the world watches and listens in horror, the peaceful pro-democracy demonstration in China comes to a violent and bloody end. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wolves hiding nearby, whispering do or die around me. You say your last goodnight while I get
There is another very important phase of warfare. It has as its target not the body, but the mind of the enemy.
The target of psychological warfare is against the enemy's mind.
It is words and ideas.
Ammunition used by psywar.
Its mission is to influence the thoughts of the enemy soldier, and at the same time,
is expected and encouraged to study foreign languages and the social sciences such as history, economics, and sociology. He must have a broad and sympathetic understanding of all phases of human experience.
gripping at my skin, the walls of night closing.
but the use of this force as an integral part of combat has now taken on new form.
As I wait to say my last goodbye.
are the Psy War soldiers.
There you go. That's their advert they made.
It's a cool video. I'll give them that. But if that doesn't scare you, watching that, if you pay attention to the things they said, we are everywhere. We are many forms. The thing about that is, especially, I mean, you all have it in your fucking pocket. You're getting watched all the time, whether you know it or not. I mean, they're not literally watching you. They're not going to watch you pick your nose or wipe your ass when you go to the toilet, but they're definitely paying attention to you, and you'd be stupid to think that they're not. I mean, I don't know. I guess the big thing is that there's a lot of patterns to stuff, and, even if they see, you walk on your Google Maps or whatever, you have this route every day. Well, they're going to start paying attention to that if you're going to somewhere that you're not supposed to. Or even if it's somewhere that you didn't know that you're not supposed to, because how many buildings do you think you walk by that are being used for something that you didn't know that that's what it was used for? So, I don't know. It could be something as simple. You see an old lady sits on a bench every day. Well, she might be getting paid to do that. You don't know. You have no fucking idea.
Exactly. But it's interestingly, you said that, they're always watching, but for some reason they can't find out the Trump shooter, the one they shot. They can't get any details on him at all. He's completely clean. No social media. The phone they can't break into, apparently. And even though he called Fort Bragg and a few other places many times, and the FBI places.
I guess there's a few different ways that could be explained. What was that?
That was me, bing.
Oh.
Bing!
Well,
machine that goes bing.
On your phone, you can put things onto there where if somebody, tries to guess stuff, you can corrupt all the files and stuff, lock them out of it. It's really not that hard to do. You can probably figure it out. It doesn't matter how good you are at computers. You can literally fucking Google anything now, anyways. So,
but they got everything off the guy in the Cybertruck within a few days, even though it was everything else was melted in the car. Apparently, the phone wasn't, nor was his IDs.
Well,
his body was burnt beyond recognition as well.
And that brings up option B and option C. Option B is they're just not gonna fucking tell you, which I think is what they do with a lot of stuff. They know, but they're not gonna tell you. And then option C is, well, they're the ones that did it, so they're not gonna fucking tell you. But I think usually it's gonna be option B or C. I think option A is a little more difficult to get away with now. Only the ones that are really, really trying to get around stuff. I think the ones that are really smart, like that Luigi guy. I mean, you see everybody's like, oh, his eyebrows look different on that super low res McDonald's camera. Okay, I mean, obviously it was him. He set up all of his social media and stuff so that way he has all of these planned releases for all of these things that he posted. He's playing with all these numbers and numerology shit, and obviously the guy did it. But leading up to it, I don't think that they had any fucking idea he was going to do that. Like, he came out of nowhere. There's at a certain point, you're going to be really fucking hard to catch. And that guy, when I started looking into all the stuff that he did with all the numbers and I mean, like, he had gotten a hold of a silencer for his handgun, and I mean, it's not like it's impossible, but it's a little difficult to do. So I don't know, that guy put some time into it. Like,
and you've seen this.
Yeah, I did. I saw that, and as soon as I saw that, I said, What if he had it sitting on the dashboard or something like that? I saw a picture of the truck later, and the whole top of the truck blew off, the whole roof. So I think it could be his actual card, and it wasn't supposed to survive, because why would you want anybody to find that?
So how did the passports in 9/11 survive as well?
Well, that's just stupid. But I mean, 20 years ago, 24 years ago, I don't know. People were a little more naive than now. You didn't have as much internet going on. You don't have people talking like they're talking now. You just see on the news once, oh, they found the passport. And then you're like, you just have to accept the news as fact at that point in time. I guess the thing with social media and the internet is, well, and I don't know if I've said this on the show before, it gives anybody a platform. Any idiot can say whatever they want, including me. I mean, I'm a fucking idiot. And here you are listening to me. And back in the day, the only people that you would listen to is that guy that stood on the wooden crate in the middle of the town square, and he was yelling shit. Well, if they didn't like what you said, they tar and feather you, they beat the shit out of you, and they drag you out of town. Well, now I can go on to Facebook, and I can post something about how any stupid shit I like, and well, now a bunch of people are going to like it, comment on it, share it. I mean, Twitter is an absolute cesspool. I mean, it was before Musk got it. It was after Musk got it. It's not a problem of the site itself or who owns it. It's just people are fucking stupid.
Have you seen Musk is... whoops, what happened? Musk is changing X, the algorithm. So if you're not positive, essentially you're going to be shadow banned.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is he's getting rid of hate speech. It's the same thing that they were doing before.
Exactly.
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So you saw, as soon as Musk found out that he's being put into a position of power within the government, he started letting loose with all these crazy fucking opinions. And he started doing stuff that he said that he wasn't going to do. He immediately turned around and just completely backtracked on everything he said.
He banned a few people and took out their verifications because they were arguing him about the H-1B visas.
I think probably the strangest thing that I ended up learning out of that whole situation is that he wants to turn X not just into a social media site, but he wants like X money.
Yeah, like WeChat. Like WeChat, the app that does everything, yeah.
Right. Like he wants it to be like China. He wants it to do everything. He wants that. He wants like an X social credit score system. So that way you can find out if you're sitting next to somebody good or bad on the fucking train. Like I even found where they said that he said he likes China and their system. So I don't really get it. I understand his whole thing is living in the future and making everything as cool and sleek as possible, but is that really worth giving up all your privacy, any sort of anonymity? Man, that's a hard fucking word, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, how much are people willing to give up? And I think that brings us back to this fucking exploding Cybertruck bullshit. Well, this is the shit that they gotta do to make you give it up.
Yeah.
They gotta make you so fucking scared. You see this image, you see Trump, you see a burning fucking Cybertruck. You know who the fuck owns it. They're supposed to be friends.
I was reading today, they're not selling very well. The Cybertrucks, people aren't picking them up.
Well, because they're a giant load of shit. I mean, it's not a work truck. Like, if I actually do work, why would I want to buy one of those? And if I don't do work, then what's the point of having a truck? If I'm going to be some pussy with an electric car, then I'm going to get one that's like a smart car, you know? Like, if I want to really not impact the environment, then I'm going to get an electric smart car. Why would I want some fucking tank that runs on electricity? None of this makes any fucking sense. It's just, See, it's funny because I was talking about, social media, and then you got idiots running around and talking about whatever you want. Well, now with today's money that you see, you got this fucking autistic guy running around with billions of dollars, and he's like, let's make an electric tank. I don't get it. Like, man. Like, why am I going to pick that over an F-250 or an F-350?
No idea.
Exactly.
I've never understood it. It's like Porsche and all that going to electrics. Just like some of the, well, all of the cars when you're driving the supercars, it's the sound of the motor.
Well, it's the sound of the motor, the vibration, and
all that sort of thing.
And I mean, you can do all that gay shit I saw where you pump the sound of the fake motor into the speakers in the car or whatever. Like,
I don't think that'd be the same.
And there's no way, because anybody that actually knows how to drive a car or ride a motorcycle or anything, you can feel the gears and the way the chassis interacts with the drivetrain, and no. And the thing is I don't understand why Porsche would just completely fuck themselves. You're a sports car company, like, of the highest level. Talk about a Porsche 911 GT2 RS or a GT3 or anything like that. I mean, those cars, absolute sex. I mean, you see somebody that buys one of those, and you're just like, man, that guy knows his fucking cars. I bet that dude just fucking lays pipe all day, right? And you know that fucking car does, too, because every time you see it on Nürburgring or something like that, that thing is just tight, right? Well, what happens when that electric car passes by you and it's got some fucking speaker system that's pumping out and it's not going to take corners well because it's got this 3,000-pound fucking battery cell that's under it, and what happens when it catches on fire? You remember on Nürburgring when that Acura NSX blew the fuck up? Yeah, that was fun, huh? I really don't understand any of this shit. And then everybody's like, oh, but Formula E is more competitive and it's cool. All right, well, have fun watching that, and tell your wife's boyfriend I said hi.
Yeah.
I'm like,
racing electric skateboards.
Hey, I like the electric skateboards. That's a different one. I do like the electric skateboards.
You know, the Russians are using electric bikes and scooters and all that to attack Russian positions, Ukrainian positions.
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, because they're silent, so they can move up pretty quickly.
Oh, that's kind of smart. I do. Ooh. You remember, I think it was like 20 years ago this shit was popular when I lived in California. Like, like the scooters you can make with the little gas motors? People were making longboards with those little gas motors on there. They gotta bring that shit back. But, no, I mean, electric stuff, I mean, it's cool to a certain extent. It's just, it's good for small stuff.
For around town.
Right. Well,
buses.
Small distance, small items. I don't understand why you want something big unless it's something that's powered off of like a cable, like those buses that have the fucking things that come off the top of them and they're always touching a cable, or like the tram cars in San Francisco, or
that thing. You saw the map. It stopped 8 times to charge from where we hired it all the way to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, and how long do you think it charges every time? Even if you go to a supercharger, it's what, like 15, 30 minutes? Like
8 times.
Yeah.
That's why he blew himself up. He had enough.
Well, I mean, if it's 8 times, then that's 4 hours. Even if it's 30 minutes off of the supercharger or whatever. I don't know what it is, so don't yell at me too much if I'm wrong, but...
even if it's 15 minutes, it's still a long time.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely fucking ridiculous. That makes your trip twice as fucking long.
Probably could do that on one tank of fuel in a normal car, couldn't you? Maybe 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Well, and I think the big thing too is I don't know, what is everybody's obsession with gasoline cars as compared to in America? Everybody uses a gasoline car, but here they use a bunch of diesel cars, and diesel cars are badass. They're way better than gas cars. The only problem they have is the cold, but as long as you know to put the anti-gelling agents and stuff in there, I mean, diesel's fucking awesome. You get way higher mile per gallon.
And they've made them very clean as well. You know, what's coming out the back end.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, now that you mention that, Volkswagen had that big thing where they got in a shitload of trouble after they got caught. You remember that hidden mode that they had where they figured out the cars could think when they were getting tested.
Yeah.
And they would change the way that the engine operates to make the emissions cleaner.
Yeah.
But then it turns out, once they made the engines run how they were being tested while they were really being driven, they were making more pollution because then they weren't getting a higher mile per gallon. So their own regulation of emission was causing more emissions, and I just don't understand the point.
It's like these electric cars, because they're so heavy, they're using more tires and more brakes, and all those small bits from the tires and the brakes are in the air. It's actually worse for you.
Yeah, you have every single roadway. You can see. Remember reading reports about like cornfields and stuff, and in Iowa, and you have all these microplastics from all the tires that are on the road next to the field. And I mean, where do you think those little microscopic pieces go? Because if you drive your car long enough, obviously your tires go bald. Well, where do you think all that material went?
Yeah, and like I said, because these weigh, 30% more, these electric cars, they use tires and the brakes even more.
Well, I mean, that thing weighs like as much as 2 trucks, but that thing's fucking stupid. I don't know if you've seen the specs for it, but...
Let's watch this video anyway. Let's have a look at when...
Explosives that included fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel.
For a special forces guy, he had some strange bomb.
Yeah.
I think you would use something better than fireworks and some gasoline.
Even if you're not special forces guy, I mean, everybody knows what the anarchist cookbook is. I mean, isn't that something that like every 12-year-old Googled at some point?
Exactly.
So it shows you how to make fucking pipe bombs and all that other shit. And then this guy's running around with camping fuel and fireworks.
That was connected to a detonation system controlled by the driver. We're also hearing this same sentiment from Elon Musk, who tweeted out that they have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. So he was clear to say that this was not an issue with the Cybertruck. And the sheriff also earlier said that they are checking for secondary devices. They're investigating many different leads, but he was clear to say that there does not appear to be any further threat to the Las Vegas community.
There you go.
Well, I mean, it's hard to be a further threat after somebody shot you in the side of the head, but I appreciate the...
I also heard his signal number was changed, and after he died, it was changed back. Is that true?
His what?
His signal number.
Signal number?
Yeah, signal safety number, for the Signal app, the encrypted app. It was changed before he arrived, and then moments after he died, it was changed back.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that at all. Actually, I've never used that application before, so I'm not very familiar with it.
Yeah, and also he was training Ukrainians, like the guy who tried to shoot Trump in the Florida golf course as well.
I really don't understand what the obsession is with so many of these guys went over there and started training. All those Ukrainians are going over there, and I remember when the war first started, I read that one guy said that he got sent over there. Well, he went over there, volunteered, and then they sent him out with a rifle but with no ammo and told him, we don't have enough to go around. Go pick it up off of somebody. And then when he was like, you can't send me to go fight with nothing to start with, that's fucking suicidal, then they told him that they would shoot him if he tried to leave. So I don't understand why you would go fight with people that are like that, but what the fuck ever, I guess.
Yeah, he was recruiting as well, because I think it's here. Well, here's this other one where 3 of them, obviously the suspects in yesterday's attacks: New Orleans, Trump Tower, both served in Fort Bragg and the same military base Ryan Ruth visited 100 times before attempting to take Donald Trump's life.
It's Fort Liberty. Stop being racist.
Okay, sorry, I'm a racist. I'm a racist man. So there you go.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's you wonder if that cat card was left there on purpose or.
So here's this. He said, quick turn, 30-day contract in Ukraine, $550 a day, lodging and travel provided, tactical combat casualty care instructor. So
with that guy that was in the Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Was he a veteran or was he still active duty?
I think he left to 2020.
So, here's a fun bit of information. When you leave the Army, you're supposed to turn that cat card in. You're not supposed to have it anymore.
Yeah, I think he's a veteran. Let me have a look.
Well, but you're not supposed to have that card anymore.
So what's that mean?
Well, go back to the picture of the card. I'll tell you a secret. I may or may not still have mine, but I'm not supposed to. But I can tell you from looking at his card, if we pull it up, it'll say some fun stuff on there.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, we got a frozen computer?
Yeah.
That computer is possessed by the devil.
Looks like it.
That thing's freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. Oh,
there it goes.
Got something back. Here we go.
Okay.
So here we go. Back again.
So we got the card pulled up. Oh, they cut off the bottom of it on purpose. So, yeah, see, it expires 2027. Oh, there it is. E8. So, he is a master sergeant.
So was the guy from New Orleans.
Interesting. So basically, he's important. That's right before you go up to like first sergeant, or you go up even further. Jesus. I didn't see the bottom of it, but yeah, I mean that's a full on at an E8 level. If his card says it expires in 2027, he's not out of the Army. He was still active duty. Like, unless he got medically separated or something, and then he kept his card after he wasn't supposed to. But even then, if you go through a medical separation, then we would be past the expiration date, because then he wouldn't be able to get onto the base anymore after it says it expired. So there's something fucky going on with this, I'll tell you that much, because that card very blatantly looks like he's still in the Army. There's no getting around it. That is an active card. He's a master sergeant. You said that it said he's a veteran, right?
I'm just going to check.
Well, if he's an E8, the only way he's getting out is if he's retired. And they wouldn't call him a veteran if he was retired. It's two completely different things. So, no, this already looks extremely fucky to me. Did anybody even talk about this yet? I didn't hear anybody mention
No, I
it.
don't think so.
Yeah, it means he's fucking active duty. And that other guy, that fucking computer nerd that ran over all those people, I mean, it sounded like he was still doing stuff, but maybe like more secret when they were looking into it. I don't know. That's just very blatantly looks like he's still in the army. Well, not anymore. I guess now he's now he's not.
No, he's not.
Oh, I saw something else about how the DNA in the
It says
Cybertruck.
it says here, the Las Vegas bomber in 2025, this guy, was not out of the army. He was active duty army soldier on leave from a station in Germany.
He came all the way from Germany just to do that?
He was training Ukrainians in Germany.
Well, the other thing that I read was that the DNA in the Cybertruck did not match his child.
Oh, right, yeah.
So either his wife cheated on him, or they got somebody else's body in that truck.
Yeah.
Now, what was that next video that we were going to watch before the...
Oh, that was a New Orleans one where the guy, you can see him driving and then he drives down and past the police.
See, I read about all these things, but I never watch the videos. I hate watching anything, so I always read it.
There he goes down there.
Jesus.
So he just went around the police. Here you go, look, see. So that was generally it.
Yeah, I mean, I read some guy talking about it.
Inside.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he ran over this pregnant lady and her head was all split open and blah blah blah, and dude sounded like he's not gonna sleep for the rest of his fucking life. So
yeah, and then they let this reporter just go into the New Orleans bomber thing.
See, and that doesn't make any fucking sense. Isn't that like an active crime scene?
Yeah. Look, she just walks in.
You can see that it's been clearly.
Why does the video keep freezing?
The door, at least.
The video's frozen. The audio
from
keeps
the
going.
FBI raid yesterday, but if we walk
Try
through
and
the
just
home, we see
pause,
some
unpause.
signs of what.
Yeah, no, the picture's being stupid. But the point remains with that lady. I already read a bunch about this chick.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that she has ties to a bunch of different stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a bunch of very pro-Israel ties, and it was crazy. I mean, if you look her up, like they had a whole list that somebody had already found, and all these people that she had been with, all these shows and things that she had done, and and to give somebody like that access to the crime scene.
And wasn't all the bomb-making equipment just nicely organised on there for her to see?
I don't know about that, because like I said, I fucking hate watching videos. I like reading. I don't know. I read all this stuff.
We're here
Here we go.
inside the New Orleans terrorist home. You can see that it's been clearly destroyed, the door at least, from the FBI raid yesterday. But if we walk through the home, we see some signs of what he was up to. He had this work area here, lots of different chemicals laid around, and different.
Nothing's been tagged. Nothing's moved.
electronics. This is
Yeah, this
again,
is
a work
bullshit.
setup.
There's no fucking way she should be able to be in
Left
there.
Receipts, just very unkempt in here.
With the shoes on.
If we go over here, actually,
It's a good thing I brought
you
chips.
can see the
Pretty entertaining.
Department of Justice documents here, the search warrant, and the property that they recorded here, which seems to be a lot of chemicals. Again, just left in disarray. There's a bedroom back here, and what appears to be his collection of religious materials, his Qurans, an open Quran,
Of
with a
course.
passage
Oh
there,
yeah.
as well as even the Bible.
The Israel
here.
lady's got to point out all the
Mostly
Qurans.
books on Islam and his prayer rug just to the left of me here. And if we go back, there's another bedroom here. You can see he left all these belongings, contact lenses, personal belongings, his bathroom. This seems to be some sort of workspace, again, with other chemicals here. The light's still on. Some kind of station set up here. We're not really sure what that was for. In, you know, what we can assume was also a bedroom. You can see clothes left here, and just a sign that someone was here up until those last few moments when neighbors said he left just before the New Year's holiday, saying he was done with his lease, it was up, and he was on his way to New Orleans where he would live there. Didn't take any furniture because he said his new home would be furnished. That's all we know so far.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's not oddly suspicious or anything.
And also the flag on the back was upside down as well.
It was upside down?
Yeah. The ISIS flag was upside down.
I feel like that's something that you would probably know if you
supported them.
Right.
Yeah, it should be.
That's oh my god. Well, hey, what do you even say to that? I don't know. Just the whole thing is just fishy. It doesn't make sense. But he actually died right there, right?
Yeah, he got out, started shooting, and the police shot him.
Well, it makes me wonder, you know, because if he got out and he did all that, what do they get in return for all this stuff that they're doing? Do they just get tricked into doing it? Are they getting strong-armed? Are they rewarding their family? Or
no, he's getting divorced. As well, like the other one.
Well, did they give the divorced wife a bunch of money, or maybe the whole divorce thing is just that way it looks like he's a loner? Or?
No, they were saying today that he made some posts that he was actually thinking of killing the family before he did this. Changed his mind.
Well, but wouldn't that be part of the setup as well, just to distance himself from the family that just got all this fucking money?
Or maybe he didn't think he was going to get shot.
Well, obviously he knew he was going to get shot if he jumped out with a gun. So I don't know. It's just like every time we look at something like this, it's like it's nonsensical. And if they really put that much planning into all that stuff, then like for the Cybertruck thing, it blew the whole top off the truck. The side panels are way too thick. So why didn't he think of that? Then you've got that guy that he told his neighbors that his lease is up. I'm leaving everything here. I'm going down to New Orleans. Why would you even say that? Why would you talk to them at all? If you're really putting that much planning and effort into everything, why didn't you just leave during the middle of the night so nobody saw you? Or what are you doing?
Yep.
I really don't understand. And even when you look on like that computer nerd, that's the driver guy.
Yeah, he's in computing.
You look at his LinkedIn profile that everybody found, and there was a bunch of really sketchy looking shit on there where you could see that he was in the army and then he was working for all these guys that are they pretend to be like a consulting business or whatever of some kind, and actually like he was probably doing a bunch of shady spook stuff for him, you know, like. And that's the thing, is it all just stinks of CIA and spooks, and it doesn't make any sense. Not only do you have that PsyOp division on Fort Liberty, but
or if you're racist, Fort Bragg.
Fort Bragg. So we say Fort Bragg around here. No, I'm just kidding. Only at home. So when you go to Fort Liberty, Fort Bragg, not only do they have that PsyOp division, but I also read that there's a lot of CIA stuff going on there. Which you just saw that video with the PsyOp stuff. You'll see all these posts of people that are like, "Oh, well, I was airborne and I was at Fort Bragg and I didn't see any of that stuff going on." Well, how would you know? They're walking around and they look just like everybody else. You're not going to know who they are. Do you know how stupid that is to say, "Well, I didn't see any CIA stuff happening"? You're not going to. That's the whole fucking point.
Exactly.
So, somebody's grandma comes to visit on the base. She drives through the fucking checkpoint. Like, that could have been CIA right there. Just like what I was saying before. That grandma on the bench, that grandma that comes in through the gate. She might be doing something more than you think. She might be 80 years old and snap in half if she steps down the stairs wrong, but a set of eyeballs is a set of eyeballs, and she can definitely tell you what she saw.
Yep.
So, I didn't see that. Yeah, you're not supposed to. But I just don't understand what's going on with all this stuff where if everything is so meticulously planned, how did they not catch him planning that? They didn't catch him buying all that shit? You go to the store and you accidentally buy the wrong stuff. You know, you might have the police knock on your door because you bought stuff to make meth on accident.
Yep.
So you're gonna tell me that guy got a hold of all that shit to make bombs, had all those fucking Korans and stuff, told his neighbors that he's just gonna go drive to New Orleans out of nowhere, and that's it. But you're gonna show up at my house if I buy the wrong chemicals, right? So I don't know. Like, how stupid do you think we are? Obviously, we don't really know what's happening, but we know that whatever you say is happening isn't what's happening. Obviously, something fishy's going on. Dumb. But
is it linked to all the drones that are going along as well in the last few weeks everywhere?
I don't even know what to think about that bullshit.
Well, because, you know, they're in China as well. They're all over the place. They're not just in America. I know Americans think they're the center of the world and it's only happening there, but it's actually in other countries as well.
I really don't know what to think about it, though. I mean, like, you can buy those drones off of, like, Amazon and shit for, like, a couple $100 right now. Like, people might be seeing just toys. You have no idea.
Yeah, but the ones over the bases, they can't get down. They've tried with electronic warfare and they just don't. They keep going. Or they, you know, helicopter comes towards them and then they shoot off at incredible speeds.
Those ones, I always wonder about that.
And, you know, some of them are round and they come down from a great height and they split into 3, 4, 5.
But that makes me wonder, like, you know, did somebody alter that video, or are the pilots of those fighter planes and all those other things, like, is this like a big inside joke that they're making? Do they really think that happened? Did they just take a turn too fast and now they're seeing spots and they thought it was something strange? Or I don't know. But the thing is it's distracting either way, because you got all this stuff going on and then they want you to think about all these fucking aliens and stuff, and I'm not one to believe in aliens. I think
watch what they're doing while they're trying to distract you. The government.
Well, yeah, but I thought you meant the aliens, so I was thinking about it the opposite direction, and then I just kind of twisted my own brain into a pretzel there. Right. So maybe the real psyop is the drones are what you should be watching, and the guy running around with the Korans and the bombs and stuff, that's the aliens playing games with you.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on here, it's not what you see. It's something else.
So what do you think they're trying to do? Start a war with Iran, take everybody's guns away?
Well, I mean, the easiest way, I think, to fight wars at this point is with information. When I was in the Army, they would always say to win the hearts and the minds of the people, right? And they made it sound like it was a positive thing. Like, oh, you should go out and you should be nice and you should talk to all the locals and the kids and all this other shit and win the hearts and the minds, you know, give out free food. But when you really start to think about it, well, winning, it doesn't have to be a positive way. A win is a win, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is all of this stuff, contributing to winning somehow?
Well, Ukraine's a big win for a lot of people in America because they're making money out of it, and they don't care what's happening to the people there.
You got all these people that are making money, and then for like Israel, they're not going to have to throw their soldiers at Iran if we start fucking with them. And they can just sit back and watch the smoke go up, and it's all good. Why would I fight somebody if I can make the huge school bully fight him for me?
Because Biden just had a meeting about attacking Iran.
Yeah, Biden had a meeting.
Well,
he's. I saw the video of him giving the medals to Bill Nye the Science Guy and Hillary Clinton
and George Soros.
That guy doesn't even know where the fuck he is.
Who, George Soros?
No,
Biden.
Well, probably both, but Biden, I mean, like, even just the way that he's like struggling to how the fuck is that guy even walking? I don't understand. And they tried to hide it for so long, but even when he was going for just campaigning to be president, people already were like, what's up with this guy? And then you still somehow trick all these liberals and stuff into voting for Kamala Harris, and that lady never answered one fucking question. I don't understand how blind these people are. But I guess at the same time, that's why you have to do this shit, where you're blowing up fucking Cybertrucks and stuff, and you've got this imagery of, you got the Cybertruck blown up and on fire right in front of the Trump sign, and it's subliminal, you know?
And Trump saying the CIA needs to help and get on with this, even though they're the ones that were fucking him over. Trump's part of it, Elon's part of it, they're all part of it.
Well, here's the other big thing. I know when we were in the Army, like, you're doing stuff and you always hear about, there's all these different clearance levels and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's like, oh, I got a top secret special purple black, whatever the fuck. That doesn't matter. What matters is, do you need to know? Are people telling you? And so when you have a big organization like the Army or any military force, police forces, I mean, how often have you seen police are undercover and they accidentally arrest the guy that's undercover and they blow his cover after he's been working on something for like 2 or 3 years? How often does that happen? All the time. How often do you think the CIA accidentally kills another CIA member? Or, these people don't even know. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. It's you have no fucking idea. Everybody's running around like.
Isn't which state was it? They're gonna kidnap the governor.
Ah, fuck.
Minnesota.
Yes.
And apparently, how many there were? Say there was 10 of the guys. 8 of them were all FBI informants.
Yeah,
and they didn't know about each other.
And they had accidentally honeypotted. It really ended up just being one guy. It was 4 guys total, and only one of them was not an agent. And they had all accidentally honeypotted each other, and that one guy got fucked over. What the fuck was that? You know how much time and resources you guys are wasting, and then one guy. You got one guy, and you had to have 3 other guys convince him to do it.
And wasn't that guy very low IQ? He was a bit mentally retarded.
Yeah,
No,
he was slow or something. Yeah,
slow.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what mentally retarded means. It means he's mentally slow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you can say slow. You can't say retarded now.
I think if you use it as a medical term.
Okay.
We're doctors now.
Yes. We identify as doctors.
But yeah, I mean it's well, and that's the other thing, like the big thing that's getting popular now, like all these people are spending all their time watching these guys that are catching all these pedophiles and stuff on the internet, right? I mean, like that's everybody's favorite thing to talk about. Like, oh, did you just see Vitali caught this guy, or did you see that those guys in wherever fucking just caught this other guy? And well, most of the time when they're catching these guys, you watch them in the video, and there's something wrong with them. They're mentally handicapped. And when you see these videos of these people doing all this weird stuff in America, usually they're mentally handicapped. And then you read about young women in America, and like 30+% of them are on psychotic like drugs, you know, like for depression or bipolar or something like that. So you have all of these people in America. I would say like half of people are running around and they're fucking insane.
It's like all the school shooters. They're all on these psychotic drugs.
Mm-hmm. And so then when you have somebody that has like an actual health crisis, like at one time I had a metal poisoning, and they're just like, oh, you're crazy. But I had a physical problem. So then you get lumped in with all these fucking weirdos, and then I had to end up doing a bunch of stuff to get better on my own, and it was awful. Like, and that was through the wonderful VA system. Don't try to avoid them if you can. But I don't know. The thing is in America, I guess you used to be able to take these really crazy people, like you see in New York, like that guy, he just pushed somebody in front of a fucking subway train right onto the train tracks. Or that guy that was that illegal guy that was he was saying a bunch of nonsense. I saw the translation of it before he poured all that lighter fluid on that lady, set her on fire.
There's another stabbing as well in the subway today. Someone just stabbing people.
Yeah, but it's just like all those people used to be like locked away.
Yeah, well, they stopped all these institutions.
Well, but it's not just the institution, because even like once you commit like a violent crime, I mean, like, should you even be in an institution? You know, like even if you're mentally handicapped and you didn't understand, well, why are you at an institution? If you're so far gone that you don't understand why you set somebody on fire and watched it, you should probably still go to prison, right?
Yeah, but they're usually locked up in those institutions and for their life.
Well, but
in the old days.
But here's the thing: is I don't know. Even if you lock them up in either place, I mean, like that guy that fucking he did that. So we're gonna have this illegal guy just live for free for whatever his sentence is, and then whenever that's done, then they're gonna fucking send him back to wherever he was. So that's it, right? So the guy gets what he wants. He gets clean food. He gets to hang out with all those other gay guys in the prison or whatever. And
free dental.
All right. He gets taken care of. He gets a cushy life. What does he have to worry about now? Oh, whatever happened to you see that guy set a lady on fire? Why didn't the whole crowd just fucking destroy him? I don't get it.
Everybody just sat around.
Well, and that's a big thing in America.
Filmed it.
Yeah, they all sit there and they're something cool's happening. I gotta record it. I'm not gonna help anybody.
This will help my Instagram account.
I'm gonna post this lady on fire on my TikTok.
This will give me 100,000 views.
Yeah, I don't understand. At least I can understand the response of I'm gonna scream and run away. If you see something like that, at least it's fight or flight, you know? Fight or flight, pick one. What the fuck is recording? What is that? What kind of response is that? I don't understand what that is. It's got to be some sort of mental issue when your first thought in your head is, I'm going to record this. That is not a normal response at all. Fight or flight. You know, just... Or even, there's a third logical option. You freeze and you watch with your eyeballs because you're so scared that you can't even move. But if you pull out your phone, first thing...
Fright, flight, freeze, or record.
How did record get into there? I don't get it. How is that a response?
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird, dude.
Well, it's like that New Orleans driver. As soon as people were just, instead of helping people, walking up the street recording everything.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? It's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, all these people are fucking screaming and running away. And then you're just like...
Yeah.
And I already know that, like, you're not even actually watching what's going on with your eyes. You're watching it on your screen. You're not even seeing it with your eyes because now you're so focused on recording. You're not even actually watching the event. You're just as dumb as those people that are going to watch it later.
But it will give them lots of likes and views. It's good for their social media engagement.
Yeah, so that way you can make a fucking hawk to a crypto coin and...
Rip everybody off.
All this stupid shit, it goes in circles, because it all ties together. It's, the basic theme is, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
It all started 2007, social media and the iPhone.
So what he's saying is things were still fine when we had MySpace. We need Tom back.
Where's Tom?
Where is you? Where are you, Tom?
He took his money and just went around the world taking photos.
To be fair, that Tom guy, he was friends with everybody.
Yes.
He was on MySpace. He was on my MySpace. He was my friend. I've never been friends with Mark Zuckerberg. He didn't request me even once.
Tom did.
Yeah. Tom was there for me.
Yeah.
He was always there for me. He was there for you too.
Yeah. Tom's a nice guy.
Fuck. We shouldn't have treated him like that. Tom, I'm sorry.
Tom should run X.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? We should give X to Tom.
CIO of X, Tom.
But then the problem with that is on X, then he would just follow everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little more creepy. It's not right.
Yeah.
The only one allowed to follow me on X is the CIA.
CIA.
Well, and they probably follow me everywhere else too.
Probably. Bit of Belarusian news. Don't know if you've seen this. This was where are we? The New Year's Eve ball at the Independence Palace. So
yeah, I saw a few photos of that.
Yeah, look, no twerking, no flesh everywhere.
Extreme elegance.
Yes.
Of the finest form.
And music as well.
And I only see Belarusian people there. I'm going to throw that out too.
Yeah. There's the man himself.
That's the guy right there.
He's busy.
He's the one that makes it all happen.
He's going to China at while the election's on.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a meeting with Z.
Well,
he must be confident that in the election.
I mean, almost every person that I speak to here, I mean, they like their country. They obviously they're gonna keep the guy that keeps it running here. So I'd say probably like 90% of people they like him.
I keep telling everybody that last election in 2020, he did win, right?
Oh yeah.
It's only a small amount of people, the ones they manipulated on the street, which was maybe, 60,000 or so. That was it.
I would say that those are probably mostly influenced by internet bullshit, and then the CIA probably paid some people, and I wonder how many CIA people were actually here, like Like, oh yeah, when they did that before in America, when they left all those pallets of bricks outside and started trashing stuff and getting people to fucking destroy everything.
Well, he's got the right idea. They got rid of all the NGOs, so there's none of those to make problems. And then just to make sure that there's no money coming in for the election, if you've got a foreign card here at the moment, it's very difficult to pull money out.
Yeah.
So you can't pull money out and start paying people to protest.
It's an absolute pain in the dick, to be honest, but I understand and I support the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will continue to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, it's only for a month. 1st of February goes back to normal. So.
Well, but it was like this for a little bit longer than it.
Before.
Yeah, because it was like this in November. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. They started it. Yeah.
So
that's to stop, like I said, to stop people going in and paying people to protest and buy stuff and bribe people.
Yeah, I had to stop taking my Russian lessons because it's hard to get a hold of cash right now, and I couldn't pay my teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they needed to do in Georgia when all that stuff was going on, the attempted colour revolution. They needed to A, kick out the NGOs, B, cut the money off. That's what they needed to do.
Yeah, I mean, everything is I think it's going to go smoothly. We have Christmas in 2 days.
Yes, Christmas. 2 Christmases here. Christian and, well, they're both Christian, I suppose.
We already had Mom's Christmas. Now it's Dad's Christmas.
Yes.
It's Papa Lukashenko's Christmas.
Yes.
So
on the 7th.
We're
Orthodox Christmas for everybody else. They're on the old calendar.
Yeah, but they don't do Christmas the same way as us.
No, not really.
I don't think, is stuff going to be closed? I don't...
Yeah, it's a holiday.
Okay, so everything will be closed still.
It's a bank holiday, except this. Oh yeah. Except some of the shops, the supermarkets will be open for food.
Well, they don't do there's not going to be a bunch of fucking...
Tomorrow's a holiday as well. They've extended it, so it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
a lot of the shops are closed tomorrow.
I wish I knew that. We will see how interesting tomorrow will be. I do not have very much food in my fridge.
McDonald's will be open.
Well,
sorry, Mac. Don't buy.
Mac buy. Mac buy. But fuck. I don't want to eat that garbage. I just started.
No, the supermarkets are open.
I just started cooking healthy food for myself again, and now even thinking about garbage food is ugh.
Yeah, no, the supermarket garbage food as he eats Pringles. The
Hey, these are not Pringles. These are Lay's stacks, okay? And let's be honest, the potato chips here are nowhere near as bad as the American ones.
They haven't got that oil in it that makes you anal leakage.
The one that makes the frogs gay or whatever?
It gives you anal leakage, doesn't it?
Oh, no, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, it'll give you anal leakage if you eat a fuckload of them, like, all the time. But, yeah, like, if you go to get, like, a colonoscopy or anything, yeah, I'll tell you, don't eat them, because, like, the oil in the American chips, like, it'll coat like, your intestines and stuff, and... Yeah.
Let's talk crypto. How's your crypto going? Same as mine, I suppose. Up.
Let me turn on my VPN. We're gonna hit this right now. We're gonna see exactly what's going on.
And I've just put up the potential. I sent you this potential path for Bitcoin this year. So on the bear case, it's going to be 150,000 per coin. The base case 225, and the bull 400,000. All depends what Trump's going to do, I suppose.
Let me see. We're still loading this here. I lost a couple dollars today. The other day I was at like $2,700 of all my different crypto coins. And now I'm at 3,270. I was at like 3,350 at one point yesterday. So it's definitely all over the place. You want to talk about
Well, mine went up. Mine went when it went down the other day. It went down about $3,000, and it was back up again $3,000. So.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's you're talking about a difference of on mine. Like I think I have like I purchased around like $3,000 worth. So I only made like $300 when you look at the highest point. But then you have that difference of $500 from just in like 1 or 2 days. But what you will notice is everything does all that bullshit, but it slowly gets higher and then it goes lower, and then it gets higher. And I just hope that once we start getting up to where it was before, where you had that $108,000 Bitcoin and all the other fun stuff, everybody was getting real excited about it. There was news everywhere, and you could see it all on social media.
If the Federal Reserve does make a Bitcoin, start buying it, it's going to go rocketing up. That's that bear case where they reckon it'll hit 400,000. Fed becomes corporate Bitcoin adoption. The Fed rates go down. It's going to go rocketing up.
You shouldn't have mentioned the Pringles. I ate one, and I just can't stop eating them. That's the problem with potato chips, isn't it?
Yeah, they're Moorish.
Yeah, we don't... Moorish, yeah? Yeah. Americans don't use that word. I know what the word means, but we don't use that word. It's a fantastic vocabulary word.
It is Moorish. For those that don't know what Moorish is, it's something that you just got to keep eating. It's nice. It's like, for some reason.
I need some more.
Yeah, Moorish. Gotta keep eating it.
Well, my big thing with the crypto stuff is I hope the meme coins. That's really what I'm hoping for. Because, I mean, Bitcoin going up, even if it goes to like $400,000,
yeah, but it'll drag everything else up.
Right. But even if it goes up to $400,000, you're looking at times 4 your money, which, I mean, great if you have a lot of money to put in there. If you only have $500 to put into Bitcoin, even if it goes all the way up to 400,000, you only got $2,000 sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it's great and everything. You multiplied your money by 4. But you see all these big, huge ups and downs and ups and downs. That's not from normal people like you and I putting their money into there. I mean, that's from those big corporations. They're playing those ups and downs, and they're causing those ups and downs.
The whales.
Mm-hmm. And those whales, you might think when you hear or read that word, you might be thinking of a person. It's not a person, usually. It's going to be some, like, corporation or something that they own a fuckload of that. I even read that sometimes, like, it might be a country that's doing it, like Brazil or El Salvador. Russia probably has a bunch of them. I know America probably is dicking around with it, even though they're thinking about starting it.
Well, BlackRock's got a shitload of it as well.
Yeah, BlackRock. But I don't know. For a regular person to really fucking hit it big, you gotta go for those meme coins. But
yeah, you need to buy those meme coins when it's 0.000001 per coin.
Right. You gotta find them at a stupid low price.
Yeah, and then buy a couple $100 worth or whatever, and then when it booms, you get a couple 100,000 back.
Right, but that's a big risk because a lot of those meme coins are fucking rip-offs, like that Hawk Tuah shit.
Well, this isn't financial advice, but don't buy any of this if you can't afford to lose the money.
Well, yeah.
Simple as that.
Don't. It's exactly like gambling. That's why I don't go to the casino. I went there one time. I was like, yeah, I'll put $20 onto a hockey game. Because I didn't care about that $20, right? And I won the bet. So I go back there, and I got double my money because I was just playing straight up. Who's gonna win this hockey game? I just wanted to see what I could do with $20. I ended up winning like 3 or 4 times in a row. And so it got up to like $200 or whatever.
And then you lost it all?
Well, yeah, and then it just fucking disappeared. But was I sad about it? A little bit. But was I mad? No, it was only $20. And then people are like, but you lost, $200 or whatever. No, I lost $20. And that's why I only put in $20.
Same with the crypto. Only buy what you can afford to lose.
But you could get lucky that $50 could turn into 10,000, it just depends. You hit the right coin. I mean, those people that bought the Dogecoin and stuff right before Musk did all that shit, and then Musk did that Pepe coin thing with the Pepimus Maximus or whatever the fuck, but it was a different Pepe coin than the one that I have. But even my coin still went up because he did that shit. Because the other coin that he was advertising wasn't on Coinbase. So then people thought that he was talking about the Pepe coin. So now my Pepe coin, I think I had like $400 sitting in it. And then it got up to like 450 or something. Hey, cool, I made $50. But I'm just going to let it sit in there because I saw a bunch of other stuff where they're talking about, if you put $100 into Pepe coin, and you just let it sit until 2035 or some shit, you could be looking at $1 million. Like, all right, fuck it. So I put $400 in there, and then I guess if it raises up, I'll be happy with even a few $1,000s. I'll take a little bit out and leave some in there, and you got to find something early. But if you want to treat Bitcoin like a retirement fund, like you're going to get way higher fucking returns on that than you're going to get trusting your money with the government or with a bank. Like, I was reading something about how only 300,000 people in the world use cryptocurrency is what they were saying, that are like actively participating. Well, what happens when more of the world population starts using it? I mean, almost everybody knows about it at this point. They're just scared to dip their toes in. But then once everybody does it, that stuff's going to blow up. I think at a certain point, cryptocurrency is going to be more relevant and more useful than even the dollar will be.
That's why the banks are trying to do digital fucking money, aren't they?
Yeah, they're trying to make it so they can track all your stuff and they can get into all this and try and make it so that way, make it as difficult for you as they can.
Exactly. And talking about this, have you seen this? New Jersey teachers no longer required to pass basic literacy tests.
How does that work?
That's that was in the news today. There you go. So New Jersey teachers, you don't need to read or write to be a teacher.
Well, I don't know. That sounds a bit counterintuitive.
I suppose it's not for English teachers.
Well, no. When you first look at it, it sounds counterintuitive. But in order to be a teacher, I'm sure that they have to have all the other certifications and stuff, right? So this might have just been.
It just says here you don't have to pass basic skills test for reading, writing, and math.
Well, what if this is like for like somebody just went to college and then they graduated like their education program, and then they're submitting applications around the country, but New Jersey can't say yes or no to you until you come there and you take their stupid literacy test on top of it.
Maybe
it could be something like that.
It could be
with an article like that. No, I don't know. It could be something else like that. A lot of stuff.
But in Washington D.C., starting this year, you don't have to have a lawyer's degree to be a lawyer.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, that's the new law. You don't have to have a lawyer's degree to be a lawyer.
Is that for Kim Kardashian or?
Today.
Well, I feel like you're gonna see Kim in DC soon. But that does bring up a solid point for, well, now everybody needs an accountant to file their taxes. Everybody needs a lawyer for every stupid little fucking thing. You see, our laws have gotten so convoluted and complex that you know, an average person in America, they don't know how to file their taxes. They can't pay their taxes. They can't do that themselves, not correctly, anyways. So, at what point do you just have to? If the government's going to make everything like that, then why aren't they offering people that can?
Why are you paying taxes if they can print the money?
Well, why am I paying taxes at all to anybody? In America, you didn't have to do that before. They just survived off of sales tax.
Especially when they can just print money anyway, so what's the point?
And, yeah, you're running around with all this fake, made-up money, and then... Oh, man. It's just, I don't understand. It's like you've over-regulated yourselves. You've turned everything into... Sure, this is great. I'm sitting here with this fucking can of Lay's stacks and all this other shit. But don't you think I'd be a little bit happier if I was, like, sitting at home and like, grinding up some sausage from something I just fucking killed? But can I go do that? No, because there's too many fucking people here. And they tell me, oh, you can't have guns in this place, and you can't kill this animal at this time because I said so, and... Why should I care what the fuck you think? I don't get it.
You need to move to Eastern Russia.
Right. Well, and that's the thing, is everybody wants to talk about how, you know, you can't do that stuff here in Belarus or Russia, but when I've talked to people here that are, like, from, like, the village, like somewhere where nobody lives, there's a lot of wild boar here in Belarus. You think you're not allowed to own a gun here? That's not true. It's, you know, they have to own guns in those little villages where the boars are running around, because how the fuck else are you going to protect everybody? So there's definitely exceptions, and you know where those exceptions are? It's where there's less people. Our biggest problem is everybody just clumps up into these big fucking areas, and then to keep it safe, you have to introduce all these stupid rules and regulations, and it's too much.
Exactly. Okay, coming to the end of the show. Normally I've got an intro. You know, you don't see that in Belarus, but...
Oh, fuck.
I didn't put it on the computer. But let's watch some things. So, this...
I strongly dislike this portion of the show.
Some people like it. So we'll start in Europe.
Oh, fuck.
With this guy.
Yeah, this is why I dislike this portion of the show. God damn it.
Cute dog in the pram. You don't see that here.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen that here.
Yeah, exactly. See, you don't see that in here.
Fuck.
Where are we? From your home state.
Oh no,
California.
I don't consider it my home. Oh, we're going through all the 10 cities.
Yeah, we don't see that here.
Are they going to go up the hooker streets too, or is it just the tents?
I actually haven't watched this.
Doesn't that just look like fucking paradise?
Makes you want to move there.
Wonderful. Well, you combine that with all the subway killings in New York, and man, that just sounds better and better.
Better. Okay. So this is Long Beach again.
Oh, great.
Kelly. So there you go. Shopping.
Why is that doctor ripping that bag off of the wall?
Needs a new bag for his medical equipment.
Oh,
There's an engineer.
Oh, yeah. It's the doctor's assistant. This is exactly what I'm talking about, too. You just got all these people sitting there and they're just fucking filming the shit. The workers aren't touching them. You regulated yourself into this point where you can't protect yourself, you can't protect your stuff, and all you can sit there is watch like a little bitch. Fuck that. You walk into my store, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass if you're doing that shit.
Still in California, Oakland.
Election. I sure am happy that she didn't win the election because this is her hometown.
Beautiful. It looks like Afghanistan.
Yeah. Peshawar in Pakistan.
Wow.
How long you been living here for? I don't live here. I just visit.
Visiting.
Did you what?
He said, I don't live here, I'm visiting.
Well, yeah, but I think he was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Like, I think that was a joke, dude.
Might be an Airbnb.
Fuck, it might be. How much do you think they charge to sleep in their box? It looks like fucking gypsies, dude.
America certainly has gone down.
It's fucking awful. This is why I hate this part of the show. Like the fucking stuff he finds. It's like, what are you even supposed to say?
Okay, Chicago. This is...
Oh, wonderful. Oh, nice hit. Oh, he got him again. What is this? Fucking 3-on-1?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Not giving up.
And he just punked them out. Can we repeat that one?
Yeah.
I wanna watch that one again. Now I like this part of the show.
Okay, here we go.
I wonder what the backstory is, but for a 3-on-1, so he smacks that guy, pieces him up, gets his buddy, pieces him up again, breaks that shit in half over his head, throws him like a fucking ragdoll. Fucking little guy over there can't even figure out how to pick up that fucking sign. And then he punks him off after he's like, all right, fine, I'm gonna kill you now. That's pretty good for a 3-on-1.
Yeah.
That guy's a badass. It's a fucking warrior.
Okay, still in America. Here's New York for Christmas.
Uh-oh. It's gonna be a tranny, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I fucking... God damn it.
Oh, they've turned that down. You two won't like it.
Yeah, that is what I thought it was gonna be. As soon as I saw it, that is why I hate this section of the show.
Okay, and this is New York City. Now, there's a backstory in this, if you can have a backstory. You know those little food places in New York? You know the little stalls?
The bodegas.
Yeah, well, watch this guy, what he picks up. So he picks this up, and then where he walks.
He wants to get a sandwich the Aki way.
So he grabs a pigeon.
Yeah. Cook me up a pigeon the Aki way.
And then he gets in one of those little places that serves food. So.
Do you know what the Aki way thing is?
No, what's that?
And it's like all these videos of this guy that was in like one of those mini marts, and his name is like Aki or whatever. So then they'd like bring him like all these ingredients or whatever, and they'd be like, cook this up for me the Aki way, you know? And he makes some like on a flat top grill, Like he makes some fucking bullshit, like super complex sandwich with just all these shit ingredients, like just fucking awful stuff. And then he'd serve it up and present it all well, and he'd be like, here's your sandwich the Aki way, you know? So I'm just imagining this motherfucker bringing him a fucking pigeon.
And last one, but we're still in the USA, Portland. It's on Christmas Day.
Wonderful. Dreaming of a white Christmas. Everything looks like
dystopian.
Well, yeah, it's like Blade Runner, but not cool.
No.
It's
Uncool Blade Runner.
Right. It's like all those Martian people on Total Recall. You know what I'm talking about? Open your mind.
Oh, the ones that lack of oxygen.
Yeah. That turned into the mutants.
Yeah.
Oh, great. He's not even wearing pants. So he can't afford pants, but he can afford fentanyl.
Well, you know. There's priorities.
But if he's not wearing pants, where does he keep the fentanyl? I don't get it. You don't have any pockets.
Well, he takes it as quick as possible.
Well, but what about later?
Yeah.
He needs some for the morning.
Oh, he buys more then.
Where's his wake-up bag?
He buys them more then.
Somebody needs to get that man some pockets.
Yes. Okay, everybody, thanks for the show tonight. That's 101. Now, 102 might be on Wednesday. Might. I did say we were going to have it, but might be on Wednesday because I may be going out of here to go and get some more equipment from the studio.
Wednesday, I got to do all that paperwork, so we'll see what time I get done.
Yeah, exactly. So, or Sunday. So 102 will be on Wednesday or Sunday, or maybe even not both of those because we're probably both going to be busy. Tonight we missed the hockey. Why did we miss the hockey?
Because everybody and their mom is buying fucking tickets.
Yeah, we could have watched it and it didn't come here, but it's gone. And the next 3 games are sold out.
I have no idea what's going on. Suddenly everybody likes hockey. Last year, nobody liked hockey. Now when I talk to people, they love hockey.
Maybe because they're winning.
I liked it the whole time. I want to watch it.
But we have found out we can get a VIP box, or as they call it here, VIP.
It's like a press box.
Yeah. It's a pretty good price for 10 people.
A little glass cage for me to drink beer and shout at people in.
Yeah, and I get car parking, which is good.
Yeah.
So there you go. So we're looking at that. At least maybe not for the next couple of games, but maybe for the playoffs we'll probably do that. We've got 3 of us that'll put some money in to get one of those. It's not that expensive. It's about what'd you say? A couple $100.
Like $200 for one night.
Yeah, that's all right for 10 nice comfy seats.
But
and your own room. It's got a TV in there. It's got fridges. You can order drinks.
Why would I need a TV?
You can bring your own drinks and put them in the fridge.
Why would I need a TV?
Well, because you get the drinks and you can watch it while you're doing that.
Wouldn't you watch the game while you're...
Oh, the game's on the TV. Sorry.
Oh.
Anyway. We'll see.
What if the game's boring? Can I turn on Family Guy, or how does that work?
Maybe. So there'll be no more. There'll be no hockey videos on this channel for the next few weeks, which is unfortunate because if you have a look on YouTube, you're getting 300-400 fucking views. People are starting to watch them. Anyway.
Well, I mean, I love hockey, but I don't know. Maybe I could watch some Temple Run videos on the.
Well, if the Bitcoin goes, I mean, the cryptocurrencies get up, we'll get a box for the whole next season.
That would be pretty good. If we hit big on the meme coin, I wonder if I can just like permanently buy one of those press boxes.
That'd be right.
Just build an apartment in there.
Go halves.
Right.
There you go. Anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, comment. What else have I missed? Share. Love.
Uh,
Last thoughts?